What happens when a single person has as much power as an entire country? This might sound like science fiction, but in many ways we're already seeing it happen. The world's wealthiest people, figures like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos and Bernard Arnault, now control resources, industries, and even infrastructure on a scale that rivals small nations. But what if this is only the beginning? In Vernor Vinge's sci-fi masterpiece A Fire Upon the Deep, he explores a future where individuals of later ages hold as much economic and technological power as entire nations from earlier periods. Could we be heading toward that reality? Are we on the verge of a billionaire singularity, where the line between individual and nation-state blurs entirely? Because in the 21st century, the biggest players on the world stage might not be countries, they might just be people. In A Fire Upon the Deep, Vernor Vinge paints a picture of a universe where civilizations aren't just separated by space, but by their very capacity for thought and technology. He calls these different levels of advancement zones of thought. And in the higher zones, well, things get pretty wild. We're talking about beings with intelligence and capabilities that dwarf anything we can currently imagine. But what's really fascinating is how Vinge links this increasing intelligence and capability with wealth and power. He suggests that in these more advanced zones, individuals, yes, individuals, wield the kind of influence that entire nations once held. Now you might be thinking, Neil, that sounds like a stretch. And you know what? You're not entirely wrong to be skeptical, but before we dismiss this as pure science fiction, let's take a trip back in time and look at how wealth and power have evolved here on good old Earth. Trust me, the story of how we got here is full of twists and turns that would make even the most imaginative sci-fi writer proud. For most of human history, wealth was, for lack of a better term, stuck in the mud. Land was the name of the game, and those who controlled the most fertile land, the richest mines, or the most strategic trade routes held the reins of power. Kingdoms rose and fell based on their ability to conquer and control territory. Individuals, even the wealthiest merchants or landowners, were ultimately beholden to the whims of kings and queens. Then came the Industrial Revolution, and suddenly, the game changed. We learned to harness the power of machines, factories sprang up, and a new breed of wealth emerged: industrialists. These titans of industry, like Rockefeller with his oil, Carnegie with his steel, and Ford with his automobiles, amassed fortunes that dwarfed those of many nations. Fast forward to today, and we see a world transformed by globalization, technology, and the rise of digital assets. Wealth is no longer tethered to physical locations or even tangible goods. Today, we're witnessing the emergence of a new breed of power player, the billionaire who functions more like a micronation than a private citizen. These aren't just individuals with hefty bank accounts, they're architects of global systems, influencers of geopolitics, and in some cases, even pioneers pushing the boundaries of human exploration. They hold the keys to technologies that shape our lives, control supply chains that span continents, and command audiences larger than many countries. So, who are these modern-day titans? Let's delve into the profiles of a few key players who embody this fascinating and frankly, somewhat unsettling trend. First up, we have the ever-present, always tweeting Elon Musk. With Tesla, he's spearheaded the electric vehicle revolution. But it's with SpaceX that things get truly mind-boggling. SpaceX now has more active satellites in orbit than any single country, thanks to its Starlink project, which aims to provide global internet coverage. One person, controlling access to information from space, with the potential to shape the internet landscape for billions. And if that's not enough, SpaceX also holds lucrative military contracts with multiple governments, making it a key player in the future of space exploration and, potentially, even space-based defense. If SpaceX were a nation, it would be a force to be reckoned with on the global stage. Next, we have the king of convenience, the sultan of shipping, Jeff Bezos. Amazon, his brainchild, has become synonymous with online shopping, but its reach extends far beyond your doorstep. We're talking about a logistics network so vast, so intricate, that it rivals the infrastructure projects of many nations. Amazon's warehouses are colossal, its delivery fleet seemingly endless, and its algorithms dictate the flow of goods across continents. With Amazon Web Services, or AWS, he's essentially become the landlord of the internet. AWS provides cloud computing services to businesses, governments, and even intelligence agencies like the CIA. Imagine the power that comes with holding the digital keys to such a vast amount of data and computing power. From the physical world to the digital realm, we encounter Mark Zuckerberg, the architect of social connection, or at least, that's what it started as. Meta, formerly Facebook, has ballooned into a behemoth with nearly 3 billion users, making it, in essence, the largest nation on Earth in terms of population. Facebook has been implicated in influencing elections, shaping public discourse, and even inciting violence. It's a platform that can make or break reputations, spread information or misinformation like wildfire, and with its foray into digital currencies like Libra, now Diem, even has the potential to disrupt global finance. Whether we like it or not, we live in a world increasingly shaped by the algorithms and decisions of a single company, and by extension, a single individual. Zuckerberg's influence is undeniable, and it raises questions about the power of digital platforms in our lives. Finally, we venture into the wild west of the digital frontier, the world of cryptocurrencies. Here we encounter figures like Changpeng Zhao, the founder of Binance, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, and the enigmatic Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies, with their decentralized nature and ability to facilitate near-instantaneous borderless transactions, have the potential to upend the global financial system as we know it. And the individuals who control significant portions of this burgeoning market wield immense power, often shrouded in anonymity and operating with a level of autonomy that would make even the most seasoned central banker nervous. We're entering a new era of financial power, one where the lines between individual and institution are blurring and the rules are still being written. Vernor Vinge envisioned a future where individuals amassed power equivalent to entire nations. But the truth is, we're already headed in that direction. Today's billionaires aren't just rich, they control infrastructure, supply chains, digital economies, and even space travel. If this trend continues, we may soon live in a world where a single person's wealth could reshape history on a planetary scale. This raises some profound questions about the future of power, governance, and the very nature of human society. As technology continues to advance at an exponential pace, will we see even greater concentration of wealth and influence in the hands of a select few? Let me know in the comments. If you found this fascinating, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the forces shaping our future. This is Exponential Change. See you next time.